Muy buenas a todos, chicos, chicas, bienvenidos a un nuevo vídeo. Hoy toca reaccionar al Hogwarts Legacy, ¿vale? Al nuevo gameplay de 14 minutacos que van a sacar de Hogwarts Legacy y empiezan en 5 segundos, así que vamos allá. Bueno, José, ya está, ya he hecho la introducción, vamos a reaccionar. Por Dios, estoy muy emocionado con este juego. Vamos a ver. ¿Empiezan fuertes? State of Play, vale. Bueno. Por favor, ponme gameplay ya.
Madre mía.
Porque Games y Wizarding World. Música de Harry Potter, de momento.
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Vale.
Welcome to Hogwarts Legacy. You're a new student at the famed School of Witchcraft and Wizardry with a unique ability to manipulate powerful ancient magic hidden in the wizarding world. You'll need to uncover what's behind the return of this forgotten magic and who is seeking to harness it to destroy wizard kind, as you may be the one that decides the fate of the entire wizarding world.
Howarts.
No, un poco truque el castillo.
El castillo no tanto.
Pero dentro del castillo se ve loco.
Dios. Vale, personalización, esto ya se sabía.
You will be sorted into one of the 4 Hogwarts houses: Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, or Slytherin. After you settle into your dormitory, you will meet up with your housemates in the common room. You will then need to attend classes, and you do have some catching up to do, as you were starting Hogwarts late as a 5th year.
So you are the new student.
You'll begin your studies attending Charms, Defense Against the Dark Arts, Herbology, and Potions classes, to name a few.
Ah, hello, class. Please welcome the newest rose in our garden.
Lo que pasa que llega tarde al...
Welcome to year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work, but I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge.
The best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two.
Son unos cabrones. Están usando Gryffindor para vender más ahora mismo, ¿eh? Te das cuenta, ¿no?
You may begin.
Vale. Me gusta. Por favor, que haya Quidditch, tío. Que haya Quidditch. Es lo único que pido, ¿eh?
Here you'll meet your professors and learn to cast spells, grow magical plants, brew potions, and more. In between classes, you'll be able to explore the castle famous for its secrets.
Las imágenes aéreas se ven un poco caca, pero luego cuando las ponen en tercera persona como el juego real, se ve bien.
Mira cómo se ve, mira. Esto será gringo. Qué fuerte, tío.
Qué guapo.
Mira cómo se ve, tío.
Lo que no sé si será el mismo castillo finalmente que las pelis. Tiene pinta de que sí, ¿no?
Dobby era igual, ¿eh? Los duendes de Dobby son iguales.
Sí, la estética es la misma, obviamente.
No es el mismo castillo.
Pero yo creo que no es igual. Aunque mira, por ejemplo, la sala de Gryffindor sí se parece muchísimo.
Claro, no es igual.
Mira, sí, míralo. Es la misma cara. Míralo. Cernícola casi decapitado, tío. Es el mismo. Pues iba a ser igual, ¿eh?
Algunas cosas, ya tengo, las salas no son iguales.
And while completing side assignments that are part of a special curriculum, ones designed to help you catch up with the other 5th years at your own speed.
A minijuegos, ¿vale? ¡Ay, Quidditch! ¡Ay! ¡No hay más de Quidditch! ¡Que quiero Quidditch, tío!
Esto es lo que quiero todo
Opportunities
el
for
mundo.
adventure
Madre mía,
abound
cómo
in
se
the
ve, qué
area surrounding
disparate.
Hogwarts. The magical abilities you learn
Bueno,
to
Batman,
master
ahí.
through your schoolwork will soon become tested as you unravel a
Esto es
dangerous
muy Jedi Fallen
mystery
Order,
by
¿eh?
working
Con
alongside
puzzles,
the
tal.
accomplished and yet
Me gusta.
enigmatic Professor Fig to try and discover if the rumors of a mounting goblin rebellion hold any weight, and if the safety of Hogwarts lies in the balance.
La rebelión de los duendes.
Opinions differ as to how great a threat he really is.
Ranrock's loyalists are capable of so much more than people realize.
The wizarding world of this era is fraught with dangers. Creatures corrupted by a
Me
magical
gustaría ver la
force,
interfaz del juego.
powerful goblins, and sinister witches and wizards, all willing to fight, even kill, to achieve their own goals. In fact, there's an uneasy alliance between
El
goblins
juego
and dark wizards.
Me da la sensación que es muy estilo las últimas películas de Harry Potter. Muy varitas como pistolas. No dicen los hechizos. No sé si me entienden. Me da esa sensación.
Puede ser.
But perhaps you
No,
shouldn't
mejor porque al final se te hace
involve yourself
pesado.
just yet.
Sí, pero solo los magos muy poderosos realmente podían pensar los hechizos. Eso es un poco raro. Vale, combate. Vale, esto me gusta. Queda la mitad del gameplay, ¿eh?
Nadie sí que ha dicho el hechizo.
Sí, sí, sí. Hay algunos que sí los dicen, pero otros... Mira. Qué chulo.
Enemies possess unique defensive and offensive abilities, including blasting curses, stunning spells, enchanted weaponry, and more. While some may attack directly, others might enchant and incapacitate you. Mastery of the shield charm allows you to deflect ranged spells and direct weapon strikes.
Me gusta, me gusta. Sí, sí, sí hice los hechizos, ¿eh? Ahora, por ejemplo, si lo estaba diciendo todo el rato.
Follow up with extended spell combinations.
Me sé un poco la interfaz.
Students who become particularly adept at spellcasting will find many ways to exploit their enemy's weakness.
What? ¿Qué ha sido eso?
Qué puta locura.
Slam with Descendo. Roast with Incendio. Devastate your enemies using various finishes. You can even use the mysterious, powerful magic your professors do not understand to obliterate your strongest foes.
Me gusta, me gusta.
Mixing and matching dozens of spells will let you define your combat style. On your path to become the ultimate duelist.
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time.
In addition to classes
Vale,
and spells,
habilidades,
you'll have
lógico.
access to a deep set of
Ahí está,
upgrades,
interfaz.
talents and skills to aid your progression as a wizard. Complete challenges throughout the world to earn experience. Level up your abilities by choosing talents to upgrade your spells, plants and potions to increase their power. Decide which talents
Vale,
best
ese
fit your
hechizo un poco
playstyle to allow
random, ¿no?
you to focus on your favorite types of magic.
Hacerte invisible, ya le han quitado el
You
uso a
can
las
also
capas de
loot,
invisibilidad, ¿no?
buy or craft your own magical gear that will increase your offensive and defensive capabilities in combat. Gear can be upgraded and specialized to allow for greater abilities for your chosen playstyle.
Ah, apariencia, puedes cambiarla durante el juego. Pociones, herbología y bestias.
Spells are not the only tools at your disposal in combat. As you hone your wand skills, you can continue to further your magical education at Hogwarts, progressing your development as a witch or wizard. Brew potions that can increase your power when you need a boost. Grow and deploy magical plants to mob the battlefield and keep your enemies at bay. You can even unleash deadly mandrake seedlings to incapacitate unsuspecting enemies.
Ah, qué bueno.
In Beasts class, you will learn about a
Mira,
variety of
referencia a Animales
magical beasts
Fantásticos.
you might encounter, both at school and as you explore the world surrounding the castle and its grounds.
The goal of today is to remind all of
Ahí
you
está.
how to maneuver on
Oh,
a
qué guapo.
Learning and mastering broom flight is highly recommended so that you may travel around the world more quickly.
I want you to do my herbology homework.
You're despicable.
Some abilities may be taught to you by students who become your friends. As you develop relationships with these schoolmates, they can accompany you on your journey as your companions.
¿Pero no hay multijugador?
And over time, you'll learn their stories.
This is our chance.
Natsai Onai is a brave adventurer driven by the justice she seeks. Poppy Sweeting has a kind heart and loves magical beasts, connecting with them more easily than with humans.
But what happens now?
Bueno, se ve que hay personajes, pero no hay multijugador.
In the restricted section again.
Is Sebastian Sallow, a charismatic Slytherin
We've been over this, boy. Triple cannot reverse a curse.
with a troubling family secret?
Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
You'll meet these students and more as you explore common rooms, hallways between classes, and regular gathering areas.
Welcome to the Room of Requirement.
¿Esa es la sala de los menesteres?
One of the most remarkable secrets of Hogwarts is known as the Room of Requirement. You're introduced to this space that seems to sense
Vamos,
what
tu
you
base
need
que vas a
and
poder
then provides it
personalizar.
for you. Since
Tengo
you
una
need to
pintaza,
catch
tío.
up to your peers, the room provides space for you to sow and harvest plants, brew potions, and upgrade your gear.
Firewall.
A helpful house elf named Deke helps you discover vivariums that allow you to nurture your own menagerie of magical beasts.
What is it?
Ah, vale, que vas a poder coleccionar animales fantásticos. Eso es para relacionar con las películas. Qué cabrones. Qué chulo. Oh, qué chulo. Claro, dentro de la sala de menesteres. Eso es lo mismo que pasaba en la segunda película de Animales Fantásticos. Que tenían un sótano ahí gigante.
Claro, eso es la mochila.
Supongo que aquí será en la sala esa. Housemaid. Es igual, pero más antiguo. Housemaid.
From potion ingredients and recipes to seeds for magical plants to all sorts of gear.
Vale, la apariencia.
But Hogsmeade also has its dangerous side. A band of
Lo
dark
puedo
witches
hacer
and
traje,
wizards,
tío.
emboldened by the turmoil of the times, wander the village outskirts. You must avoid them or defeat them. As you explore, you'll find the world surrounding Hogwarts is alive with activity, wonders, and areas of unusual interest.
No es igual el castillo, pero es muy parecido.
Dynamic seasons and climates will fill the sky with lightning
Hostia,
or
estaciones.
sunshine, or coat the
Eso no me lo
ground with
esperaba.
snow or rain. Unique wizarding
Hay una
hamlets
forma muy
pepper the
gorda,
countryside,
Mm.
each with vendors and residents who have stories to tell, and missions with which they could use your assistance.
Cabrón, este está
Be on the
bien.
lookout for enchanting magical puzzles that may very well have been designed by Merlin himself when he was a student at Hogwarts. Magical beasts roam the lands outside the castle walls. Some have been corrupted by a mysterious dark magic, while others are at risk of poachers and their traps. If you're feeling benevolent, you can rescue them and restore them to health in the Room of Requirement.
Vale, qué chulo. Si ves sus criaturas, es que está cerca de morir o cerca de alguien que ha muerto. Si lo han hecho bien, cuidado, Que hay detalles que... Uf. Eso es. Eso es lo que yo quiero hacer. Puede ser malo, me gusta, me gusta.
Combat mystical threats. Learn long-forgotten mysteries. Become the witch or wizard you want to be as you leave your unique mark on the wizarding world. Here, in Hogwarts Legacy.
Y ya está. Esto es el final. Llegan 15 minutos, sí. Me ha gustado mucho,
Tiene una pintaza que te caga.
Me ha gustado mucho, he habido cosas que he cuidado.
Fecha,
A ver
fecha,
si-
fecha.
¿No han puesto fecha?
No ponen ya.
Now let's hear from the real wizards and witches behind the game.
No ponen fecha, ¿eh? No, hijo de puta.
Van a sacarlo ali.
Trailer.
The attention to detail
Pues ya está.
and
El trailer con
passion
fecha,
and
Ligi.
No,
the love
esto
for this
es...
brand that the team has
Esto es lo que
is
falta. Esto es
astonishing.
los creadores.
So excited to take all of the love that they put into this as fans.
Que salga
and give it to
JK.
fans.
This is the game that
No,
they've
tiene que salir
dreamed
JK
of
Rowling, eso es
for
mejor.
20 years.
Come la mierda de trailer.
Behind the scenes. Esto es un behind the scenes. Pero no han confirmado fecha, ¿no? No me ha parecido...
The lore of the Wizarding World is already so rich, and all we had to do was harness those elements and build a game out of it.
The movies, the books, they all touched me in such a way. Like, it makes me want to go to experience Hogwarts, makes me put in so much more detail into this
Vamos a
game.
ver esto. Aunque va a ser lo mismo, básicamente.
Que vayamos.
We really want to make sure that anything we add or anything we play
El
with,
castillo
anything
es
we
parecido, pero no
explore
igual.
really feels authentic.
Yo creo que ganarían más si fuese más parecido al de las pelis.
Everything we have for the books.
Sería más fácil
And
vender.
then marrying that with
Ay, está ya Spider-Man para descargárselo en español.
is really just
Ya
the
lo sé, la
perfect
tengo.
handshake between
Pero no
the
en
two.
4K, cabrones.
Just the discovery of like seeing things
Bueno,
portrayed for the first time.
yo creo que ya
Read
podemos acabar el
something
vídeo por
and
aquí.
had a picture in there
No hay
the
fecha.
whole time,
No hay fecha.
to get to touch it.
No sé si esperar a...
You've got all these elements that can come
al
together
final,
to
a ver si
create
fecha,
this
¿eh?
amazing AAA open world.
Déjalo puesto de fondo a ver si dice algo.
No, no, es que estoy grabando vídeo, hombre.
Just knew it
No
wasn't
puedo dejarlo de
gonna be
fondo.
enough to just stare out of the windows of Hogwarts and wonder what it's like out there. But the final question that fans ask is, what's beyond that? What's beyond the Forbidden Forest? What's going to be beyond Hogsmeade? What's beyond the Black
Estos son
Lake if I
concept
start
arts de
traveling
lo que ya hemos
south?
visto.
And we just felt like we had to answer those questions.
Ese es el mapa, ¿eh? Ha salido el mapa, ¿eh?
No,
O parte.
We're
O parte del
creating a
mapa.
real wide
Que eso es una de las cosas que quiero ver, cómo es de grande el mapa.
Claro, la cosa es que puedes coger las cosas y darle una vuelta ahí al mapa y desde el campo de cuidado lo tomas por culo a lo del castillo.
Y me gustaría ver si hay Quidditch. Pues la escoba la tiene, pero hay Quidditch. Habrá normas bien hechas de Quidditch y todo.
As a fifth year, which is very unusual. So already there's a bit of an edge and a bit of a mystery.
The original story that we tell in the game is your story of what you did, you know, in the Wizarding World that you haven't seen before.
Habrá varios finales, entiendo, también.
Fans are familiar with the Wizarding World.
Dependiendo de... ¿no? Porque ha dicho que tienes que forjar alianzas. Y dependiendo de cómo seas con esas personas.
Create a space that's their own.
Pues si eres del Slytherin, o sea, entiendo. Maldición imperdonable.
Has been
Cuidado.
around for a long time, to say the least, and that Hogwarts itself is a stronghold of ancient magic. And the Avatar, the player, has the ability to sense it and possibly wield it or control it.
Our process of development started with rereading the books. And over development, we reread the books many times. Every time we start with a new feature,
Esto me ha gustado
we
mucho,
dig
lo de las
into
salas
that.
comunes,
And then
todo eso.
beyond, we would
Todo
go
guay.
into the films.
El Hogsmeade es igual, ¿eh? Muy parecido también.
On what this universe is was a pretty big deal. I helped design a piece that
Me
nobody
gusta
has
que
ever
tengan en
seen
cuenta las
before.
películas.
The Hufflepuff common room. You know, as a Hufflepuff, you always wonder,
Hufflepuff
like, what
literalmente
is my
parece
common room
Hobbiton.
supposed to look
Se
like?
parece al
It's
Señor del
close
Anillo.
enough to the world that we know that fans will recognize certain names, they'll recognize spells, they'll recognize certain locations.
I recognize that doorway, I recognize that classroom.
But mostly, it's going to be an entirely new wizarding world that no one's ever experienced.
When people engage in the Wizarding World, what's the one anchor? Like, what's the thing that everyone comes back to? What's the thing that grounds it all and grounds all these characters and grounds all these figures? And for us, we really felt like that answer was Hogwarts itself. That school, that famous school of witchcraft and wizardry, is really what binds it all.
How to bring Hogwarts to life.
Qué chulo, tío.
That was a very big
Mira, el puente es el mismo.
challenge, as everybody
Es
knows,
muy parecido,
Hogwarts
¿eh?
is huge.
Now we need
Muy
to know
parecido,
exactly how
tío.
this passage connects to this passage for a game, because you're going to have to walk it.
And of course, again, the Sentient Castle, it's got new surprises up its
Esa
sleeves
zona, por
that
ejemplo, es
likes to keep
distinta.
its students on its toes.
Pero es que esa zona fue distinta en las pelis también, dependiendo de la peli. La entrada principal ha cambiado más veces.
And then there's these other places that are only mentioned in the books or just alluded to, and we have to make the connective tissue that brings all of it together.
Having a world that is a breathing, living world is very hard to do because it's all about the details. And as a concept team, we really got into those details and studied history, studied architecture.
I hope that when fans play the game, they get as lost in it as
La
I
sala de
do.
los menesteres.
I can just be reviewing a side mission,
Ahí sí ha
and all of a
salido.
sudden I find myself wandering Hogwarts for like 45 minutes because it's so beautiful.
The community is absolutely going to love Hogwarts Legacy.
It's gonna be so fun.
Get that letter to Hogwarts and go to Hogwarts.
We're so excited for people to come to this, to inhabit it, to actually enter the Hogwarts that we built. This is your Hogwarts legacy.
Dios. No me ha quedado claro si la casa la eliges o te toca. Harry Potter 8 films. Ah, mira. Está patrocinado por HBO Max.
State of play. Our team is so grateful for the excitement and for the passion that all of you bring to this. It's truly what fuels us. On behalf of our team at WB Games Avalanche, we want to thank you for being here today, and we'll see you at Hogwarts.
¿Fecha? ¿Ya está?
That's our show. We hope you're excited for the magic to come. See you next time.
¿No hay fecha? No hay fecha, tío. Voy a buscar en YouTube un segundo. A ver, por si acaso no lo hemos saltado, ¿sabes? Pero no creo. Y voy a ver si está en español el tráiler. Que no creo, pero... No, en principio no está. Y a ver, ¿nos hemos saltado la fecha? ¿No me he enterado? No. No. A lo mejor al final del gameplay. A ver. Holiday 2022, o sea, en Navidad. Vale. Navidad. Entiendo que eso es Navidad. Bueno, pues Navidad. Vale. No hay fecha. No hay fecha exacta. Qué pena. Bueno, pues nada, chicos. Voy a dejar por aquí el vídeo. Espero que os haya gustado. 20 y pico minutos de vídeo. 23 minutos. Así que, bueno, reaccionando aquí al gameplay. Lo que me ha gustado, lo que no. Creo que se ha quedado bastante claro. Así que, chicos, muchas gracias por verlo. Y nos vemos en el próximo vídeo de la Cantina Espacial. Que la fuerza os acompañe. Hasta la próxima.